Welcome to Engineers Academy. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive the notification for the upcoming videos. In this lesson we are going to solve this problem from chapter number 2. In this problem it is said that the following formulas are commonly used by engineers to predict the lift and drag of an aerofoil. So this is an aerofoil and these are the formulas given. This one is for the lift, this one is for the lift, and this one is for the drag. So this is the lift, that is the force that is applied upward on the wing on the aerofoil, and this is the drag. So drag is the resistance of the opposing air, that is the free air stream. And in these two equations, CL is the coefficient of lift and CD is the coefficient of drag, or lift coefficient or drag coefficient. Rho is the density of air and S is the wingspan. What is wingspan? So the wingspan is the length between the leading edge and the trailing edge. The straight distance between the leading edge and the trailing edge is the distance S. This is distance S. This is distance S. So now it is said that where L and D are the lift and drag forces, V is the air speed, this is the V is the air speed, S is the wingspan, Rho is the air density, and CL and CD are the lift and drag coefficients. Both CL and CD depends on alpha. This is an angle. Both CL and CD, these coefficients are dependent on alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is the angle of attack. So this is the alpha. So the angle of attack and the angle between the relative air velocity and the airfoil's chord line. So this is the chord line and this is the air direction. So the angle between the chord and the velocity is called angle of attack. So it's the angle between the relative air velocity and the airfoil's chord line. So when wind tunnel experiments for a particular airfoil have resulted in the following formula. So an experiment is being carried out in wind tunnel, so these formulas are derived. This one is for the lift coefficient and this one is for the drag coefficient. As we see that it is 4.47 into 10 to the power minus 5 alpha cube plus 1.15 plus multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3 alpha square. So both of these equations are polynomials. Polynomials of degree 3. And these polynomials are in these polynomials the variable is the angle of attack. So these two coefficients are dependent on the angle of attack. If the angle of attack is more, so CL will be more, and if the angle of attack is less, so CL will be less, and similarly CD as well, where alpha is in degrees. In these equations alpha is in degrees. So alpha is in degrees, and in this problem we are required to plot the lift and drag of this aerofoil versus V. This is versus the velocity. So as we see that the lift and drag forces are a function of velocities, density of the air CL and S for a particular case will be constant. So this means that the lift and drag are a function of velocity. So we need to plot a graph between the lift and drag of the aerofoil versus velocity, and the velocity range is given. The velocity range is from 0 to 150 miles per hour. Further it is said that you must convert V to feet per second and use the values. The density value is given. The density values is this: air density at sea level, alpha is 10 degree and S is 36 feet. So now here we see that this density is given in slug per feet cube, alpha is in 10 degrees and S is in feet. So the velocity is in mile per hour. So then we need to convert this velocity into feet. So we will convert this into feet feet per hour. So how to convert this? So velocity 150 mile per hour, this will be equal to, so it is given that 5280 feet per mile. So if I write 5280 feet per mile, so in our MATLAB code, what we will do, we will write 150 multiplied by 5280. So this will convert the velocity into, this will be the resulting velocity will be in feet per hour. So this is the problem. And so now what we will do is that first in this problem we will find, okay, the alpha is 10 degree. It is said that use alpha 10 degree. So now as we see that CL and CD are two polynomials, so what we will do, we will define two polynomials. So in MATLAB what we will do, let's suppose if I write the polynomial for lift, so I will write all the coefficients of this equation. I will write all the coefficient of this equation, and then I will define another polynomial. I will write PD. So I will write all the coefficients of the second equation, and then what I will do, I will use polyval value that we have learned in the previous lesson. So what I will do, I will find the CL and CD values. So how to find CL? So I will write polyval. I need to find the value of this polynomial. So I will write polyval, and then I will write PL, and then I will write alpha, and alpha in this case will be 10 degrees. And similarly I will find CD. So I will write polyval, and I will write PD, and then again alpha, and alpha we would define alpha as 10 degrees. So now in this, using these two instructions, what we will do, we will find CL and CD. So now we will know CL and CD. So when we execute this, so then what we will have, we need to then find the lift and drag. We need to plot the lift and drag versus velocity. So then after this we will define a row vector for V. So what I will do, I will write this, and let me decide a spacing of 0.1. And then what I will do, I will write here 150 into 5280. So this will convert the 150 velocity into feet per mile. And then what I will do, I will use this L formula. So I will write L is equal to 0.5 multiplied by density. So let's suppose I define the density as DEN, and then we will write CL. CL will be known now, and then we will multiply it by S, and then we will multiply these all by V square, and we will take the V square. We will do the element by element exponentation. And similarly we will find D, and then we will use plot function. So how to use plot function? So I will write plot, and then I will write V. V will be on x-axis, and the lift will be on y-axis. And so far we have plotted only one data on one plot. So if you people want to plot two data on a single plot, so we can use plot function. So how to do it? So then we will use comma, and then we will write V, and this time with drag. So this will give us the required plot. Now let's write the script file for this problem in MATLAB. So these are the two polynomials that are given. So I have already written the coefficients of those polynomials. This polynomial is for the lift, and this polynomial is for the drag force. So first I will define all the variables that are given. So S is given, which is 36 feet. So I will write S 36 feet. Then the velocity range is given. So I will write V, and it is from 0, and I will define a spacing of 100, and I will write 150 multiplied by 5280 to convert it into feet per hour. So this is the velocity. Then the density is given as well. So I will write density, and density is 0.00 2378. This is the density. Also alpha is given, the angle is given, so I will write alpha is equal to 10, and alpha is in degrees. And after that, what I will do, I will find the CL and CD using these two polynomials. So what I will do, I will write CL and then I will use Pauli-Weyl function. So Pauli-Weyl function will find the value of CL at an angle 10 degrees. So alpha at 10 degrees, the CL value could be evaluated using Pauli-Weyl function. So I will write the corresponding polynomial here, and then I will write at which value, at alpha. So this is alpha. And now similarly I will write the CD to find the coefficient of drag. So I will copy this, and only I will change this CD and this. So what it will do, it will find the CL and CD values. So now if I run this, oh, so it says that there is an error in line number 3, column number 5. Oh, okay. So we do not need to write the units with the value. So I will omit this feed. So now if I run this, and if I run this, so CL and CD are evaluated, and alpha is equal to 10 degrees. Now we need to find the lift and drag forces. So I will write lift, and the lift force is 0.5 multiplied by density multiplied by CL multiplied by S multiplied by V, and V to the power of 2. So V is a vector, so we will use element by element exponentation. So this is the equation for the lift. I will copy this and I will write it for drag as well. So I need to change the drag coefficient, and then I will write the drag. So now keep in mind that the size of V is 7921. It's quite large value. So let me change this to 200, the spacing to 200. And now if I run, and if I check the size of V, it is capital V. So now the size is 3961. It's now a bit smaller than that size, so it's okay. Now if I run this code, so it will evaluate the lift and drag for each value of V, and the lift and drag resulting row vectors will have the same size as that of V. So if I run this, so now if I write L, so this is all the values for each corresponding V, the lift force values for all the corresponding velocities, and similarly all the values for the drag forces are evaluated for each value of V velocity. So now what we need to do, we need to plot a graph between velocity on the x-axis and the lift force, and then velocity and the drag force. So if we run this, so this is the blue one is the velocity versus lift, and lift versus velocity, and the red one is the drag versus velocity. So let me write the labels as well. So I will write labels, and let me increase this time the line width in the graph as well. So how to do it? So I will write line width, and we will enclose these in commas, and then I will put a value. So by default the line width is 1, so I will write 2. So now if I run this, let's check it. So now we see that the thickness of the line is increased. Now let me convert this line into a dashed line. So how to do it? I want to show this drag curve to be a dashed line and this one to be a solid line. So how to do it? So here I will write dash dash. So this converts the solid line for the second plot to a dashed line. So if I run this, so we see that this is now a dashed line, this one is a solid line. And now let me write the legends for a plot, legends for this graph. So if I write legend, and then I will write the first one is lift, the blue curve is for lift, and the other one is for drag. Okay, I will write lift force, drag force, and I want to put this legend on the top left side of the graph. So if I run this, so we see that this legend is on the top right of this graph. I want to have this legend on this side, that is the left side of this plot. So how to do it? So here in legends I will write location. I will write location, and then I will write that top left side is known as northwest location. So I will write northwest. So now if I run, so we see that now the legend is at the northwest. So if I write only west, so it will be at west. So if I write east, so it will be at east. So these are the locations for locating the position of legends. And now let me write labels as well. So I will write labels. So X label. So X label is air speed in feet per second, let's suppose. And then I will write Y label. So Y label is lift and drag in pounds. So if we run this, so now we see that here is the legends, here are the Y label, and this is the X label, airspeed in feet per second, this is the lift and drag in pounds. And if you want to add grid as well, so we can write either grid on or only grid. So if I write grid and I run, so we can see that these are the two graphs. The blue one is for the lift force, the dashed line, the orange line is for the drag force, and this is the resulting graph that we were asked to find in that problem. So I think you people would have understood this.